welcome to your Trumi full body workout. We are so happy to be with you today, whether you're just starting your morning or you're closing up your day. I'm happy you took the time to be with us. So I want to just introduce my crew here who is steadily by your side. We have Krista. What's up? She's pretty excited too. We just finished another workout, so we're a little tired. Yes. Deb. Kathy. Meanwhile, I'm killing myself on my own dumbbells. You're going to need a dumbbell. If you would like a mat, we will go down to the floor. It'll be on your back, so you won't necessarily need one. But some of us like a little more push when we come down, so you're welcome to do that. Let's warm things up. When you're doing a full body strength with Trumi, roll forward and open up your chest. We do less cardio, if any, on these days because we're working on overloading the muscle group. So usually, you try to have heavier weights. I encourage 2 sets of weights. When you roll forward, don't just lean forward. Push your spine. Get that spine out there. Lift big, opening up the chest. Now add your arm. Full roll, full open. Exhale. So something that's a little lighter, something that's a little heavier that challenges you. Release. You're going to alternate reach towards the ceiling. As you do that, add a little bit more and more lean. One more on each side. And release. Step your right leg back, tilt your hips forward, and slowly drop. Push your hips forward, squeezing your rear bun. And come and switch. The beauty of this happens in the tilt of your hips. So if you don't do the tilt, you don't engage, you don't get that stretch. One hip flexor to knee, so right here to right here, you should feel it. Unless your hips are tight, then you feel it. Oh, it really hurts, right? But we need to loosen that up so you can adequately recruit the right muscles. One more time. Since we release the front, let's release the back. If you have a chair nearby or something for stability, you may need that. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee. Checking your balance a little bit here. Slowly come down, pushing your hips out and back. Sitting into the heel of your front leg. Take your time. Switch when you can. Push back, sit back. Take your time. This is on your time. Releasing each side. If this feels oh so good, you can always sit down a little lower in it. Tend to that area. All the way up, we're going to do hip square. Push your hips to the side. Instead of just push, add a tilt. So like, I don't know, I get a little Latin in that one. Push and then tilt. Push your hips back. A little bit of a tilt. Side, add the tilt. You can't tilt, you have something a little funky there. And you might want to see what's grabbing hold. All of us tilt our buns pretty well behind. Try to do it all day to make your butt look like it's happening, you know? Push back. All right. A full up and down. We're going to go into a forward fold. So inhale. Come down really slow. So I'm starting by tucking my chin. And then slowly one vertebra at a time. Slowly coming down. When you come up that same way. One vertebra at a time. Let your head hang down. Neck stays tucked, shoulders are just hanging out. Slow. Roll your shoulders. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to show you side view. Let's go. So start up. Arms come down first. When they get about to the place where your head is, you start to tuck. Head tucks first. Try to roll a little bit at a time. We're trying to get all these little vertebrae to actually move and engage. Let your head hang down. Release. Think and visualize a stretch between each vertebra. Oh, the tits are getting bigger. Slowly come up. Stay tucked. Let your arms hang. Slow. And release and pull up. Arms come out to the side. We're going to glide side to side. Keep your hips straight and try not to tilt. So lean and lean. Try not to drop at the shoulder. And visually, you want to imagine your spine going this way, then going that way. Take your time. deep breathing. Let's wake the brain and connect it to the movement. The more you breathe, the smarter you're going to be. The more you release stress and reduce the threat on your body, your system. And release. All right, we're going to just do a few jacks, and we're going to go right into our movement. So we're going to activate a little bit. A few jacks. While you do this, I don't want you to be so super stiff. Okay, if you can see my arms are kind of flaily. Now, I never encourage flailing movements when we're doing weight training, but in your warm-up, you're trying to loosen things up. You gotta make your arms a little stronger, legs more flaily. Just working through. Heart rate's coming up. Want to make sure everything moves and release. Grab both hand weights. At any time, you can modify, but we want to start with the biggest muscle groups and work to the smallest. So you got both weights. If it gets too heavy, set one down and hold on to the bells on each side. We're going to go down into a squat, both legs. Inhale down. We're going slow. And once you get to the very bottom, I want you to shift your weight to one leg, lift up the other, and stand. You want to stay on the same side. Drop down slow. Shift your weight same side and left. The sooner you pick up your leg, the harder it's going to be. So if you get to the very bottom, come on, and then stand. You're going to use power in the standing movement. Lift. Exhale. So inhale. Lift. Stand. The sooner you lift, harder it will be. Almost there. Weight shifts into the heel of that opposite leg. Come on. Push through it. Just two left on this leg. This last one. Lift, switch sides. Down. Lift. Why do we do this? Great question. Because we tend to lead with a strong leg so frequently. And we want to create a little bit more balance. Now, if you have one knee that feels a little funky or one hip, avoid that side. Avoid that side. Just train one. That's okay. Guess what? You still get a signal to the other side. So we're operating in a good place, right? You do not need to go on both sides if you have an injury, right? Keep that injury safe, lower the threat to your body. We'll talk more about that at a different time, but we have 3 left here. Push through. 1 more. All right, come down to the floor. You need your hand weights. If you want to use your mat, go ahead and use that mat. We're going to do a chest press. While we do the chest press, we're going to engage the hamstrings. So the other side, what we're just working mainly our quad and our glutes. So first, hold the weight so that the bells are directly across from your chest, not up by your shoulders. And while you lift your right leg, options here, cross your right knee, lift straight up and hold low. Every time you lift the weights, you lift your hips. Here we go, lift. And down. Hips come all the way down to the ground, elbows come all the way down to the ground. Exhale, keep going. Remove this water bottle, because all I can see is it, not you. Keep going. Remember options. I'm showing that option 1. Crossing over. Option 2, your legs straight in the air. Try not to swing the leg. 2 more here. Last one. Set to a rest position. You're going to switch legs. Now, when you go into that chest press, you have to touch all 4 bells together and come back out. Let's go. When we talk about strength training, your range of motion is really critical. So you don't want to shorten it when you get to the top. I want you to extend your elbows so you have a full extension in your triceps, and people call this a flag because it's always waving. You want to extend that so that the flag goes away. Inhale. Think about hamstring, chest, strong arms. All things going at once, we're making your brain work. What fuels the brain activity? Glucose, oxygen, we need all of those to fire at once. You literally have 3 lifts left. Last one. And release. Come all the way back up 2 feet. Second set here with that squat. We're going to come down with one leg, lift with 2. All right? So now, and if you can, check that system. Deba can't see. There we go. You're here. So lift a leg. Holding it back is easier than holding it forward, so you decide which one challenges you more. All right, bring it down. Get as low as you can on that one leg. Step 2 down and lift. Take 4 seconds to get down. And at that very last minute, set your leg down. Take your time. Now here's your mental challenge. Are you stopping because you can't go any further, or are you stopping because you're scared to try? If you're scared to try, beat that fear. Keep your leg as a safety. You can tap it back if you need to. There's always strength limitations, but don't let your mind limit you. Almost there. Focus on breathing. One left. Slow, steady. Switch sides. Single leg down. It's a tricksy thing, our brain. It can bring us to new heights, or we can allow limitation. Whatever you tell it to do, it will likely follow suit. What we often do is keep doing the same thing over and over, and we expect something different to happen. You gotta change if you want to see change. You have just 3 left on this leg. Here's the deal: if you've been eating the exact same way for over 6 months, your body has adapted to that way of eating. You need to change things up. Last one. I think I just threw in bones. And up. Back down to the ground. We're going to go into chest. Now, instead of working hamstring with the chest, we're going to work a little bit more abs. So lay back. This time the palms face in. They're facing each other. So we're going to put a little bit more work in the tricep. So keep your hands narrow. Watch once. My weights are touching each other, and they come back down. So those weights, you make them a little, they're tight, tight, tight together, squeezing together. And as your weights come up, I want your legs to come down. And weights come up, legs come down. Elbows stay narrow. All right, you can always tabletop your legs. The movements here are slow, controlled, but we do a little longer time so you can get the most out of it. So I was just talking about change. When you first start a new way of eating, you're like, boom, all sorts of things are happening, you're feeling good, energy's up, weight loss is happening, then after 3 months, you're kind of like, whoa, nothing's happening. Well, now your body's adapted. It's a healthy way of eating, but you need to add variety, right? Hardest part is getting into a new habit. Once you do, you want to hold so tightly to it. 10 seconds left, you thought I wasn't paying attention. But you have to add variety to those new habits to continue to experience change. 3, 2, and come back up. Nice job. All right, we're going to still stay with the squat, but we're going to add a bicep to that squat. And we're going to move between a narrow and a wide stance. So I want you to start with a narrow stance. Feet together, knees together, everything squeezing tight. As you come down, you're going to go to a bicep curl. Elbows land on the top of your knees. So I'll show you once. And then come back up. And you'll step wide. Elbows go in between the knees. Step together. Let's go. I see Chris is already so on that game. Step wide. You'll feel that a little bit differently in your legs as you step wide and you're adding force to the center of gravity. Do you guys feel that? Sinking as low as we can. Try not to throw those weights. It's tempting because we're moving with it. Slow down. 10 more seconds here. One in each position. One here, one line. Going back down to the floor. Probably one hand weight. We're working the triceps. And we're going to do that alternate working hamstrings first. Right? So if you can manage 2 weights, keep one in each hand, otherwise you're going to hold the sides. You spend 45 seconds on this left leg over here. You're going to lift and lower those hand weights. So start low, lift everything, and drop down. I just did the Cardinals thing. I was so focused, I forgot to pay attention to where that weight was going to land, and I got myself right in the forehead. It's happened before. I have a thick skull, so it's okay. Make sure you're aligning your elbows right over your shoulders and adjust a little bit. Yep, you got it. That's all right. You were doing what we did that first time to engage those triceps. We did it a little different way. You have 10 seconds left on that leg. You're going to switch sides. Inhale as the weight comes towards you. Exhale as you push and extend. Think about your breathing. Connect it to the movement. 3, 2, switch legs. Ready? Let's go. Same thing. The reason why I said you might just want one hand weight is because we're doing this for a pretty extended period of time. If you started with 2, there's nothing wrong with going down to 1. Almost there. We're going to add a little bit of back work once we finish this one. Just caught myself swinging my leg. I was trying to use momentum because my hamstring was getting tight. Hello. Almost there. Stay with me. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Wow. That was a really long tricep set. Hello, mama. Come back up. The good news is because we did a narrow. Instead of working triceps, we're going to work lats on that next round. Woo! You need just one weight for now. All right. So remember what we were just doing? We were touching the knee with our elbow. Let's try that single-sidedly. I'm going to show you one first. So as I come into my bicep curl, I'm going to try to, see my balance is a little off. Connect my knee to my elbow, come back up. I think I might need to tap because I feel a little unsteady. Some of you might be able to do it keeping your leg off the ground. There we go. Kind of get into your zone. Take your time. Think about your hip, knee, ankle alignment. If you feel your hip swaying way out to the side, tap your foot down and keep your alignment. Having unique alignment isn't necessarily bad, but it is when you're straight training, right? Because we go out of alignment in our daily, day-to-day activity. So we have to be strong in other places. But when you're loading a movement, alignment's critical. Switch sides. How'd that feel, ladies? Oh, ouch. Oh, ouch. Ready? Let's go. Slow. I kind of feel like if I was going to pose for a fancy muscle photo, this would be like, God, it looks all fierce. Sometimes you got to get that fierce face on. Don't go less deep because of the challenge here. I'd rather have you tap down and get the depth in the movement. 10 seconds left on this side. Bicep should be tired, yes?
Yeah.
3, 2, last one. Down to the floor. All right, we're doing tricep plus hamstring. Now we're going to do a lat pullover, leg drop. So going back to the leg drop, get the abs involved. But the lats, this is great muscle group right under your armpit. It's what gives you a smaller looking waist. Yes. So muscle, smaller waist. Yes! I am a fan of that. Start together, abs in. Strong, slowly come out, 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, power. Down, 4. 3 arms are as straight as you can. Power. Stay in this slow control movement. I'm going to show you some options. Okay? You go one leg, and you switch legs. And you go as low as your body will allow without a massive arch in your back. Slight bend in your elbows, but ideally, keep those sleeping short. 4 more counts. Slow. Last one. Doesn't mean we're done, it's just the last one. Rhythm. Okay, break for just a second. We're going 4 down, 1 up. Oh, and that's easy. 1 down, 4 up is like, good God, somebody help me, but we're doing it. All right? 1 open, so open up. Count 4, open 4, 2, 1. Squeeze and lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop. Lift. 4, 3, 2. Hear my voice getting funky? Ooh, that's because it's hard. 2 more. Last 1. Release. That is when literally, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but I'm shaking like a freaking leaf. I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, I love a good shake down, but that's hard. We're going to do 1 more set with your biceps on the single leg. All right? When we first did the narrow wide, we were using a little bit of momentum because we're going slow here. Takes all that out, makes it harder. Ready for your last set? Yes. Some of us had tired months before this. So right now it's like, ooh, somebody stop me. Let's go. If you can get so low that you can nearly touch that foot to the ground and you're nailing it, right? The first time you're kind of learning the movement, second time you're getting a little bit better, maybe towards mastery, then close your eyes. For some of you, you're watching this for the first time, some of you it's the second, some of you it's the third. This is the third time you've seen this movement. Close your eyes. Take it to the next level. You see what happens to me when I close my eyes. Oh, it ain't pretty, but I need to challenge myself in a new way. That's it. Come on, you have 2 left on this side. That's 1. Switch. Breathe. Whew, let's go. Sometimes I say to myself, oh, God bless you. And I'm actually just telling my muscles, you know, I'm thankful for them. When we exist in a state of gratitude, we can tap into places that are so powerful. So I'm asking you today, get to that place of gratitude. We have 3 left. Experience the power of being thankful. Last 1. Back to the floor. Oh, and this is the last of the triceps. And now we combine everything in a sweet, savory finish. All right, so we go tricep, lat pull over. Tricep, lat pull over. Just to make things extra confusing, when you do tricep, you do a hip lift. When you do lat pull over, you drop your legs. I wanted to get you thinking today. Oh, kind of need a Cliff Notes version of this. Okay, so do tricep, lift the hips. Let the hips drop, bring the feet up. And now lat. Tricep, feet come down. Push. Feet come up. And once. I know it's a lot of thinking. Do what you can. You know the movement. Take your time. The straighter your arms, the more likely you're going to really engage the lats. Right now, I want you to use the lats and the tricep in a power phase. So you have a little control coming down, but you exhale and you drive the power through the movement so that you can really efficiently recruit. All right? Sometimes, when we don't use power in our lats, we start to creep up into our traps because it's so shaky. Think about it. You connect your mind to the muscle, you get way more out of it. You just have 10 seconds left, ladies. Beautiful control. Nice. Sometimes I just gotta look at it because it looks so pretty. 3, 2, that sounded all wrong. And relax. Relax, lay right there. We're nearing the finish of the workout. And we're gonna take just some little core challenges here. You can even set the weight to the side. We're not gonna utilize it. I want you to press the palms of your hands together as tight as you can. Now, those hands should be directly above the chest, so you're squeezing as hard as you can. Right now, are your arms a little shaky? Just that engagement and like a full-on shakedown. So we're going to squeeze that together as tightly as you can. Legs come up. I want you to point your toes out. Okay? And you're simply going to drop 1 foot at a time with that toe position. Keep your hands clasped right over your chest. For some reason, this all of a sudden feels very complex, right? Holy cow. Can you drop your leg in a straight line? All right, we're testing right now. How does that inner thigh / flexor connection, does it turn your leg out or can you drop straight down? Keep squeezing. Come on, squeeze that chest. 4, come on, stay with me. 3, breathe. 2, and release. Whew. Oh my gosh, who would have thought? We're going to do the same thing, hands together. Now heels come out, toes are in, and we're going to drop down like that. Okay, so toes in, heels up, hands together, squeeze, and now drop. Now you feel that different part of your abs and your legs working. Don't neglect your hands, so press with your chest. It gives your core a shape down that's like very little other things. Almost there. Squeeze the hands. Come on. 3. Squeeze them. 2. And release. Oh, I really hope you can see how bad we're shaking. Because it is epic.
Something so simple.
So simple. All right, now we're going to take it to the next level. My favorite and least favorite, all of them. Put your hands on your thighs. You're going to put your elbows out. So fingers are in, hands on the thighs. Simultaneous, try to pull your knees into your chest as hard as you can while you push away. There should be very little movement. It's isometric and go. Pull those knees in. Push them away. Come on, push. Do not cheat yourself here. Good God, it's hard. Come on, push, pull, push. 5, 4, 3. Come on, 2, and release. Oh my gosh. Oh. If you want to write home, tell mom about that one, right? It's so good. All right, so we're going to try that combination again. Slightly different. Okay, remember how I had toes in, toes out. Now toes are up, hands are together. Come down to about, I don't know, give me a little bit of angle there. Tap your heels together while you squeeze your hands. Heels together, squeeze your hands. If you don't squeeze your hands, you take out a big portion of the workout. Girls, let go of your hands. Easy peasy. Good Lord, squeeze them all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, something just started my engine. 4, 3, 2, and release. Now your toes are in, heels out, same squeeze, and you know how we finish this bad boy. Oh, the finisher. Squeeze and tap. Remember, you need as much diagonal to create challenge for you personally. Squeeze. Do not cheat yourself right now. You deserve the very best workout you can deliver. 4, 3, keep it lower, 2, and release. And the closer. Hands on the thighs. Boy, it'd be nice to have rest right now, right? No? Drive the knees in, push out, let's go. Then you can drop your feet, there you go, beautiful. Push, push away. Drive those knees in. I know I am not there to check your abs, but good Lord, give the effort you deserve. 10 seconds, can you push more? 5, 4, come on, 3, push more, 2, and 1. I honestly feel like my eyeballs are going to pop up now. Inhale, extend your hands, extend your fingertips. Don't us fool you. That is not proper grammar. Don't let us fool you if you think this is easy. Because it is so not. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. And try to relax everything as you do it. We oftentimes want to flex against your stretch. We fight it. Don't fight it. Let it be. Extend your leg. Point and flex your toe. Look at that foot. Give your foot some gratitude. You know how much weight and pressure and stress we put on that foot? Roll it up. I am grateful that I have feet and that I have toes that I can move. And back in your chest, allow it to roll over your body, releasing your low back and your glutes. Slowly come back to center. Keep talking about gratitude today. And so guess what? That is your challenge. Take a second when you flex. There are people that actually don't have feet, so we are really with a lot of blessings. I want you guys to keep doing movement. Make sure you drop your knee to chest. And turn with that. In an exercise of gratitude, I want you to think about people in your life that really contribute to your personal health. And I want you to share your gratitude with them. Personal health is huge. It could be, when you're happy, they tell you to tell your face that you're happy because you're not showing your happiness. There's people in your life that give you honest feedback, that care deeply about you as an individual. Give them gratitude. Think about yourself. Be grateful for all the blessings that you have. It is powerful. I am so grateful that you joined us today, that you took time out of your schedule, and that you gave your body just a little extra something. Can't wait to see you next time. Have a great day.